All right, let's try this again. On our second hand, same cards, same bidding, same opening lead. Let's see if we can actually set the north-south this time with their misplay. Okay, we'll lead that 8 of hearts to the ace, come back with a queen of clubs covered by the king to the ace. The jack of clubs, not so good, as we'll see later. Little bit not intuitive why that's not a good play. All right, any rate, come back with a third club, won by the 8. You recall that we start the heart promotion, even though they've got 5 in the south, and they pitch a spade, fine, all right. Okay, to the king of diamonds, and it holds. They don't overtake it with the ace, good. Next diamond, 10, jack, queen to the ace. Okay, playing the heart, cooperating with partner who is promoting the suit. They win the 9, they win the jack, and they get thinking and do a little Sherlock Holmes work. Let's see. Well, they're trying to get to the north hand where they bid no trump. They tried to promote the club suit. They're trying to get desperately, or they couldn't do it in diamonds. Our partner prevented them. I don't think they have the ace of spades. I think partner has the ace of spades. Okay, let's look at the spade situation. If our partner has the ace and we've got the king 10-9 behind the queen jack, we should be able to pin the queen and the jack. How about that? Should we give it a try? Well, how do we do that? If we go to the ace in partner's hand, that's not going to help. So we have to let the opponents do that. This is an end play. It's the opposite of a finesse. So we have to get the opponents in to play the suit. Okay, keeping them out of the dummy, right? So we see that the 9 is the high of that suit, that all the others have been played. So we don't have to worry about the 9 being in the north hand, or the highest, like a 3 there and a 9 or an 8 up here. Okay, so we play a 5 of diamonds. Doesn't seem intuitive yet. Watch, hold on. To the 3, to the spade, to the 9. And what do they want to play? The queen or a 5? They try a jack, okay. Won by the 9, our partner overtakes it, and you can see what happens. We've got them pinned, don't we? Very interesting, yes? So it's down 1 by superior play by the defenders. Declare, not so much. We'll try that next. Okay, on our third hand, same cards by everybody, and a little bit different line of play after the bidding. Remember, 1 no trump in the north hand. Okay, here we go again. The opening lead was that 8 of hearts to the ace. Drops the 10 in the declare north hand. And we start with the queen of clubs, covered by the king to the ace. But they can see that if east has the ace of diamonds, it's going to be a problem. And we're thinking a little bit, you know, what's the chance that both the ace and the king are in one hand? In spades I'm talking about. 1 in 4, 76% for you purists, because it might have the second honor drop doubleton. So, yeah, it should be 1 of the honors in one hand and 1 in the other most of the time. And you know, if we can promote either the club suit by getting to the diamond, or if we can promote that 5th hearts, assuming that it's not a 5-5-2-1, then yeah, we could go ahead and get an extra trick in the heart suit. So rather than doing the club thing, which doesn't work when the ace is offside, let's just play a spade up to the jack queen and see what happens. Okay, we play a spade to the jack. It's won by the king, so we hope they don't have the ace also. So far, according to plan. And there's no other suits where we have to worry about them attacking. And sure enough, they play the queen of hearts, knocks out her king, and thank goodness there's a second heart there, so it is not a 5-5-2-1. So we have 1 more heart than the opponents do. Okay, so we've won it. So we go ahead and play a diamond, and let it ride. If they don't want to cover, fine. Okay, so the 10 of diamonds holds. Interesting. If they would have covered with the jack, then we have another scenario. But fine, they don't take it with the ace. They see what's going on. So we'll go ahead and play a heart. All right, they both follow. Fine. And so they take the jack of hearts. Great. Well, now what? You see, they've got a little problem what to do. If they play a spade, we can promote our heart. They go ahead and play a spade. Sure enough, it goes to the ace. They need to take it. And there's a problem now, isn't it? They play the 10 of clubs, the jack is going to score, and then they get 2 more tricks. So that doesn't feel very good. So they come back in a spade to our queen in the south hand, and aha, we can get that last heart. So we have 6 tricks. And with the split king, queen of diamonds, fine, we'll go ahead and play a club up to the jack. They win the ace and come back with the spade. Fine, we got our tricks to make 7. That was a rather tricky line of play, wasn't it? It's very non-intuitive. I think a lot of people would miss it, and that's why we're showing it here, just to get us thinking about some alternative lines of play rather than always going by the brute force playing the long suit when it doesn't necessarily set up. Now, you may be luckier. You may have the ace of diamonds over here, and good things will happen. Unless you've got a doubleton, right? Then they would smother it. But, all right, so was a 1 no trump contract, leading of the hearts to the ace, to the queen, covered by the king, to the ace. But rather than doing the next club, which you never get in as we saw, we went with the spade. Remember the last time around what happened on the last hand, number 2? They threw us in, and then we lost all 3 spades. This way, we come up in good shape because ultimately we're looking to promote that 5th heart, assuming that it's 4-3, which 62% of the time it is. The finesse is a 50% deal, by the way. So we have entries, in a sense, to both ends because we have a transportation problem, don't we? Okay, that was a tough one. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's try something else, not quite so challenging, hopefully. Well, okay, on our 4th hand, a little bit different cards here, north and south, pretty close though. So in this case, I'm going to open 1 no trump. I think a lot of top players, this is what they would do. Yes, it has 5 hearts, but when you don't have 4 spades, you're worried about your partner bidding the spade suit, then you have no rebid. Now, if you had a lot of honors in hearts, ace, king, queen, and then quite a few in another suit, then it's a nasty alternative there. I guess you probably would bid the heart suit. Maybe rebid hearts if you had to. Okay, so opening 1 no trump. A pass. Partner in the north. Well, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe a couple distribution, or if your partner's got 15 to 17. You could do 2 no trump. If you're real greedy, you could just go to 3 no trump, hoping for that rubber bonus. Probably this anti-partnership, though, isn't it? So if you do have an advanced agreement, which a lot of better players like to do, 1 no trump, 3 clubs, or 1 no trump, 3 diamonds says I have a 6-card suit. I have invitational values for 3 no trump, not 5 of the minor. That takes 11 tricks, and this hand will help produce 11 tricks. But it would be to where either let me play in 3 clubs or play in 3 no trump if you have entries. So 3 clubs is what this north does. South, well, we've got the queen 10 doubleton. If they've got another entry somewhere, that's probably going to be enough. I don't know. It's a roll of the dice, isn't it? Let's say, though, that this south passes. It's not going to go to 3 no trump. All right, so the opening lead by the hand over in east. You don't want to lead away from your unprotected aces. It's not a no trump contract this time. You certainly don't want to lead away from your king doubleton with the clubs being bid in the north. Therefore, it should be a top heart. Okay, so good. And it's won by the ace in the south hand, the dummy. And yeah, it's great. You can get a pitch. I mean, certainly they're not going to be that short if you're 5-1. I don't think it's going to be 7-5-1-1 or something like that. So yeah, you could go ahead and play the king and pitch, I guess, probably a spade would be good. So the king of hearts, pitching a spade, life is good. And now I guess go ahead and do the club thing. And this time the club king is not on side though. So we play the queen of clubs and it's won by king over in the east hand. And by the way, sometimes you start to get the feel when they don't lead a trump that the clubs may break that way. So it's something to keep in the back of your mind. Okay, so I guess you could play, I suppose, another club, go back to them, give to Caesar what belongs to them, and they win with a jack. Now the ace is won by the north hand, pitching a heart from the dummy, and they played the last in the west hand. Six of spades could probably have something a little more encouraging, although you don't really want to promote this queen jack you see in the dummy. So, okay, maybe a little ambivalent for what to play next. For the north hand now, okay, clubs have been extinguished. I don't see that you have a lot of reason to squeeze them. Ultimately, you're going to want to do something on diamonds, and it's kind of a two-way finesse scenario, which way you want to play this. So, but you think the spade suit, if there's a split ace-king again, we can go with that. And East, I'm not sure I would have gone up with the ace the first time. You never know what the declarer is going to do. Don't make life easy by jumping up with the ace right away. Let your partner win the king first of all. Okay, we've won it, so here we go. We're in the lead. We play a heart back, and they rough in again, so we're at least getting a trump out. Another spade comes out, and our partner this time wins with the king. Okay, they can go ahead and play a heart. Tap north, plays another club. But hey, with six, life is good. You still got one left. And so I guess you want to get a diamond. You're not going to be able to pitch on the spade unless they don't take the ace. We play a diamond. Well, they made life real easy by always going up with the ace in second seat. No, you don't normally want to do that. But okay, so we've won the ace. And come back with a spade to their queen anyway, so there you go. So either way, I guess it was, fate was in the hands of the cards. So won 7 tricks, and they win the king of diamonds and the last club to make 9 tricks. So the question is, would it make 3 no trump with the lay of the cards? Time will tell. Well, okay, let's take a look at our 5th hand in the series, and first, I want to reflect back on our first hand, number 1. Look at North's hand. Looks pretty much like we've seen before, isn't it? Ace, Jack, 6 times in hearts, singleton, 10 of hearts, queen, 3rd of diamonds, and 3 small spades. Okay, so on our next hand, what we're going to do is take a look at our 5th hand, and on this one, see if you can find any differences here. So, our hand for North this time is singleton, 10 of hearts, ace, jack, 6 times of clubs, jack 3 times of diamonds, and 3 small spades. Same hand? No, not quite. Do you see the difference? It is not 4 small spades, but it's 8 3 times in spades rather than 4 small. Does it make a difference? Well, remember, on the first hand, we just barely made 1 no trump with very careful play. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we're going to open south, 1 no trump, a pass, and north, let's say goes rather than 3 clubs, which is play or correct, says 2 no trump. They don't have that agreement. Does an invitation hands with 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe some distribution points. Figures, yeah, partners at the high end, they'll go. And south says, well, looks like about 16. I like this running heart suit. Maybe I can set it up. And they go 3 no trump. Okay. Remember, it just barely made 1 no trump before. And the only thing we've done is we've scooted up and made that 3rd club an 8 rather than a small. So the opening lead is a heart to our ace in the south hand. And gets rid of our 10, blanks that out in the north hand. Once again, we're going to try our club finesse. We play the queen to the king, to the ace, and a 6 is played by the east hand. Well, it would help, obviously, if we could drop a 10 doubleton, wouldn't it? And indeed, this is what we have, is a 10 doubleton. Of course, if the opponents have the 8 is not an entry, but look at this. This time we have that 8 of clubs in the north hand. So the 8 beats the 7. Aha. So sometimes these spot cards can matter, can't they? All right, so at that point, we go ahead and run our clubs out. We take our 3 club tricks, and now we need to try a diamond or a spade finesse. We go with a diamond up to the king. It holds, which looks like the ace of diamonds is probably with east. We can now win our heart for our 9th trick, and yes, they've got the rest of the tricks. That's fine. We've made our 9. So the point being is that sometimes these cards like 10s, 9s, and 8s can make a difference. Now, normally we'd want something more than that, but we have the reciprocal. We have the 9 opposite the 8th. They didn't have any idea that the 8 was there, but if partner has the 10 or the 9, in fact, then the 10 was doubleton. That was good news. Everything worked well. So how about that? Well, how do we take a look at the converse of this then? Let's take a look at the opposite side of this. We'll go to our 6th hand, and our 6th hand will be pretty much the same for our north-south. And how will we do there? Okay, well, we'll have even ace jack 10. How about that in the north hand? Should be even better, shouldn't it? But the king of clubs is offside this time. So they lead the 8 of hearts to our ace. We play a queen of clubs. It loses. Obviously not going to hold back when it's only a doubleton. And all right, we'll go ahead and continue on the hearts. South wins it with the king. Good. And they do have a club to get back. So it looks like it's fine. They're going to get the tricks, but if you count them, it's not going to add up to 9, is it? We've won. This is our 3rd trick. 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a diamond, but you're going to see what's going to happen in south. We're going to get squeezed a little bit here. There's no play that can get us out of coming down 1. So, okay, we take the ace. They pitch a heart. They follow with the club. The jack of clubs, diamond and a diamond, another club, a diamond and a spade by the west, another club, a spade and a diamond by west. And okay, how are we going to get 2 more tricks out of this? It's just not possible. We'll go ahead and try a spade up to the jack. Hopefully the ace king are split, and they once again are. So okay, we're going to get a spade, it looks like. So that'll make us up to 8, it looks. And so they come back with a heart, okay, and they've got another heart. We're starting to get squeezed a little bit here in south, aren't we? Got to save that spade. We got to save the diamond. We can't. Our spade, we should have been promoted, but unfortunately, there's the 2 aces left. So, yeah, we ran out of room. We ran out of time. We ran out of space. We ran out of entries, right? So I guess the lesson learned here is that, yes, even though we do have body cards, even a better one here, if the finesse is offside, well, we can't make them all the time. Sometimes it's a cat's game, isn't it? Okay, on our 7th hand, let's try something a little bit different. Yes, our responder is once again going to have 5-card or longer suit, but this time we're going to have more like opener values. So rather than something less than 10, let's take a look at a situation when we have a little different type of shape. Here we go. So south has 5, 4, 2, 2. And in hearts, ace king 5 times again. This time in spades, ace jack 4 times, 10 little in clubs, and a tight king jack doubleton. So we have 7, and 1 is 8 for hearts. Another 5 is for spades is 13. And maybe 3 more for the king jack doubleton. I think the jack is worth about 16 points. Some of you are going to want to open 1 no trump. I wouldn't be a big favor of it here with this kind of a shape in the minors. I'm going to go for 1 heart. Okay, over by the west hand, it's a 4 triple 3, ace 3 times in clubs, queen 10 9 in hearts, queen 10 7 in spades, and a 10, 9, 8, fourth in diamonds. To the north hand, it's a 5, 4, 2, 2 again. In clubs, Queen, Jack, 9, 8, 5 times. Ace, Queen, doubleton in diamonds, sounds familiar. And in hearts, it's a Jack, doubleton in partner suit, and King 4 times in spades. So 6 points in diamonds. Another 3 in clubs is 9, one distribution, I believe, with the entries 10. Count the Jack, doubleton, partner suit, 11, and 3 for the King of spades. Yeah, it's enough for game. So some of you may want to go 1 spade, but I think 2 clubs is a better bid. If you had really bad clubs, you might want to think twice about it, but you might be a chance for a club slam. And if you bid the spades, you'll never find the club suit. So 2 clubs is forcing. You can still show your spades later if partner has a fit. So 2 clubs it is. To the east hand, it's a 5, 3, 3, 2. Not much going on. It's 5 small diamonds. King 3 times in clubs, 8, 7, 6 in hearts, and a 9, 8 of spades pass. Okay, well, we said we have about 16-ish points. Can't help our partner in club suit, but we have a balanced hand. So let's say that the south goes to no trump. Might even want to go 3 no trump. So it goes back to the north hand, and yes, if partner didn't bid 3 no trump, they will definitely go 3 no trump. Okay, by the way, I don't think 2 no trump would have been a good bid because partner could pass that, and you have more than 12 to 14 points, don't you, down here? So I think 3 no trump and passing out is the best bid. And with even 17 or 18 points, north does not have enough to look for slam because they have just 13. They would need partner with much more than that, more like about 20 points to consider slam. 33 points for a slam, recall. Okay, so we're in 3 no trump for what it's worth this time. We'll see how the next auction is in no trump, and the opening lead will be a 10 of diamonds, top of a sequence. So the 10 comes out to the queen in the north hand, and a 2 small from discouraging and count also from the east hand, and a jack from the south hand. East-west, you should be getting kind of curious. There's a queen and a jack played. Stay tuned. Okay, we're going to try doing our club thing again, but this time we don't have the ace or the king, do we? So, okay, we can go ahead and play the queen at any rate. We do have, rather than low to the 10, we can go ahead and, with the intermediate clubs there, we're fine there. So they win with the ace. And they come back with another diamond just like that, and we win it with the ace. And opponents, watch this. South played the king. So that means if they won with the ace, that there was only a doubleton in north, unless they're doing some kind of a miraculous false card. I don't see that happening. So it looks like it's a 5, 4, 2, 2 suit, doesn't it? Okay. So I'm going to have to play another club, and they duck it. All right, doesn't hurt or help anything. We play another club, and they win it with the king. And yes, they're going to come back in that diamonds. Now, the diamonds have to be played very carefully. They're all the equal values here. Play the 7, top of the sequence. And over in west, if you go low, bad things are going to come your way. You must win the 8. Remember we talked about for the declare? Entries, entries, entries. Same for the defenders. If you don't overtake with the 8 and come back with the 3, in other words, if you played the 3 instead, how are you going to get back to your partner east hand to get those last 2 diamond winners to set the contract? The answer is you can't. You must win with the 8, unblock, and then come back with the 3 of diamonds. So 3 of diamonds to the 5, which is just enough to win it. And then you can play the 6, and you have your 5 tricks to set the declare by 1. So they should have had enough points to make game, but it didn't work. I don't know if you remember that in our chalk talk, but we'll go in our next hand and cover this. But for right now, it was 1 heart, 2 clubs, 2 no trump, maybe not, 3 no trump, seeming like they'd have no spade support, maybe not. And you saw what happened is they promoted the diamond suit. And pay special attention here, these diamonds. It's a good thing they have the 3 over in the east hand. If they happen to have the 7, there would be no way to get back to that hand. But this 3 of diamonds provides a critical entry. Now, if you lived the 4th best diamond, I'm sorry about that, but you're never going to be able to get to your partner's hand. If you played the top of the sequence, that's one other dividend that you can now see by playing top of a sequence, is you can unblock to get to the east hand. So that line of play was a top diamond playing the queen and the jack. Unfortunately, when you see that, you should know that, north-south, they've got some problems. This could be good for us. And playing a club, win it, play a diamond back, they went with the ace and put the king on. No doubt, they're out of diamonds. Okay, the jack ducked once, didn't need to. Play another club and win with the king. And now it's time for that critical play. The 7 must be overtaken by the 8 of diamonds. Coming back with diamonds, and it's adios muchachos. East-west, you set them by one trick. Let's try a better auction though. Let's try the next one.
Well, okay, on our 8th and final hand, and by the way, we've got a lot more hands dealing with entries on our advanced lesson, number 9. So scoot on over there, and we do have about another dozen hands there, so look for those. Okay, going to our last hand here, number 8. Same hands for everybody, a little different auction. And you recall we discussed this on our Chalk Talk. And that was 1 heart, pass, 2 clubs, pass, not 3 no trump. It should be a spade bid. 2 spades is forcing, and it says we have 5 hearts and 4 spades, or 6 hearts and 5 spades, more hearts than spades. Just because they bid 2 clubs does not mean they do not have 4 spades. And if we don't show the spade suit, we'll never get a chance to find that fit. Our partner will assume we do not have 4 spades. So rebid 2 spades. And after that, north goes to 4 spades. No interest in slam. There's not enough points for that. But just says, I've got opening hand, and we've got an 8-card fit. We're always better to play in a 4-4 major suit fit than we are in 3 no trump. Okay. And the play, well, I suppose once again it's going to be that top diamond, and this time we're going to win it with the queen, and we don't feel so much fear and trepidation. So we go ahead and play a spade to the jack. The finesse does lose, but we were going to have to lose 1 spade anyway when we have only ace king, and then they have the next 5 cards where they have some of those intermediates there. So okay, they win the queen. They come back with a diamond. Fine, I don't think we have to worry about it roughing, or some may have to be really long since we only have 4 and they have 9. I don't think it's going to be 8-1 against us, or somebody should have been bidding. So okay, we win the ace in the north hand. We can clear out now the spade suit. Remember, we had 4-4, it was 8. They had 5. They played 2. They've got 3 left. So we'll play 2 more rounds. Okay, they both follow, so 1 more, and we're home free. Thank goodness it wasn't that 4-1 split against us. Okay, so we can now go ahead and play a heart up to the ace, a heart king, roughing a heart in the dummy hand, and we now have 7 tricks. We need 3 more. Do you see where we can get 3 tricks? Let's take a look. We play a club, they win the ace. They play a diamond. Okay, we win it with a spade, and we play a heart. It's good. They both followed there, so it's 5-3, 3-2 suit, another heart, and we'll give them the last club. So we do make our 4 spades, and it was fortuitous that they were 3-3 in the heart suit, wasn't it, rather than 4-2. Remember, 36% chance, 3-3, 48% chance, 4-2. But it worked out quite well for us there. So, lesson learned, when we have a spade suit on a rebid, and they've gone to the 2 level, go ahead and bid 2 spades. So 1 heart, 2 clubs. They're promising a rebid. We don't bid 2 no trump, we bid 2 spades. After that, north can go 4 spades. We saw 3 no trump didn't fare quite so well.
Well, okay, Bridge Thrill Seekers, I hope you enjoyed the show today. We covered quite a few points. We had a lot of things we discussed. It all focused on three things. Entries, entries, entries. Yes, we end up in a no-trump contract. We're trying to promote a suit. True, we're going to look for some finesses also, which also supposes that we're going to have some entries to that hand. Now, if it was ace-king 6 times, great. Ace-queen 6 times, fine. Ace-queen 5 times, okay. Ace-jack 10, especially with an outside primary honor, an ace or king, great. But when it's ace-jack 6 times with only an outside queen, not so good. Especially if you've got a clever opponent who has an ace or a king behind that queen, they're not going to be too eager to let you play that. They're going to save that cover card and honor over your honor, so that when you try promoting that suit by getting to that entry, that's when they're going to take it. So that makes the game a little more interesting, and also is good to know as defenders, isn't it? So don't be too quick to make a 2-level bid when you've got less than 10 playing points. You're likely to end up in 3 no trump, and your partner sees you bring down the dummy. Oh well, where were the points that you were bidding, right? When you bid 2 clubs, you're promising 10 playing points or more. Okay, we saw some hands where even like having as much as an 8 to go with the ace-jack 8 spot could be useful, where your partner's got the 9 and the opponent has 10 doubleton, which can happen. So that can be a good thing. And we saw some other situations where the defenders had to be careful with their entries. In other words, to unblock. You recall the one where there was West had some nice diamonds. They started with 10, 9, 8, 3, I believe it was. And over in the other hand, they had the other 6, 5, 4, 2, something like that. And when we started to promote the suit, and we could see it looked like it was going to promote. Remember, north-south, they were missing the ace and king of clubs. And so what happened was, once we got in, every time we played the diamond, when they went up with the jack and the queen and then the ace and the king, we knew they were out of the suit. So when East got in and they played, we have only 2 left, the 8 and the 3. We better overtake it with the 8 and come back with the 3, or else we don't get a chance to set them. On the other hand, it was north-south who later on, when they had a 4-5-2-2, 4 spades, 5 hearts, 2-2 in the minors, nice 17-pointer, and North has 13 points. They should find a game, but the responder did the right thing by bidding 2 clubs first, maybe get a club slam, rather than bidding the spade, only a 4-card spade suit first. So it was 1 heart, 2 clubs. If it was 17, certainly doesn't want to bid 2 no trump. That's a 12 to 14. Responder can pass. So, but don't be so quick to bid 3 no trump. You might have a spade fit. In fact, they did. When he rebid 2 spades, North with 13 points is okay. 4 spades, great. No interest in slam, which requires 33 points or so. They didn't make it in 3 no trump, you'll recall. So we learned a lot about entries today when we do not have a fit to promote a suit. I hope you enjoyed the show today. As always, thanks for your support and coming by Bridge Hands, and we look forward to seeing you again soon for our next lesson. And as always, have a great day playing bridge. Bye for now.